China is the one country out there that geopolitically has the power potential to be a significant challenge to the United States. And they are. They're based on their population, their technology, their economy, and a bunch of other things. China is the greatest geopolitical challenge to the United States. And China is not shy about their goal. They want to be the #1 power in the globe by mid-century, by 2049. And they want to do that militarily, diplomatically, informationally, economically, and so on and so forth. So they want to be #1 by mid-century. By the 2030s, mid-2030s, they had previously said they want to be #1 regionally. So they want to have a military that outdoes the United States military regionally by the mid-30s. They had previously said that. And then they advanced that goal to 2027. So they advanced that goal in, I think it was 2-party Congresses ago or 1-party Congress ago. And what they have said is that they want to be the equal to or superior militarily to the United States. That's only 5 years away. So they're working on that, and they're working on that very, very hard. But we are not static, and we are working on it. Right now, the United States military is without question, despite whatever criticisms people have, the United States military is the most lethal warfighting machine on earth, bar none. The United States military is #1, and we intend to stay #1. And our task, militaries only have 2 tasks. We have a single purpose, really, which is to either to prepare for war or to fight a war. And we are laser focused on that. And we intend to stay #1. China is not going to be a better military than the United States military is, but they're going to try, but they're not going to get there. We will be #1 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and 50 years from now. We are not going to let China take #1. They have made gains in a wide variety of areas, in cyber and space and land, sea, and air. So a peasant army of largely infantry-based. When I was commissioned in 1980, that's kind of what Deng Xiaoping had when he made his reforms. So he had a very large, dismounted infantry, peasant-based army, more or less. They had some tanks, but not much. And then they got rich. They made a massive amount of money with a 10% rise overrun and dropped down to 7%. Maybe it's going to come down to 3 or 4%. But the GDP allowed them to buy a military. And they believe that it's their day in the sun. They believe it's once again time for the Middle Kingdom to be #1. So that's what they're shooting for. And we are not going to allow that to happen. The United States military is #1 now, and we are going to be #1 5 years from now. 2027 is not going to be the date that China becomes #1, and we're going to stay #1 the entire time. And as long as we remain #1, then we will deter the war that people worry about, a great power war between China and the United States. As long as we have the military capability, we have the will to use it, your adversary knows it, then you'll deter that war. But the key is to have the military capability, and we intend to stay #1.